Buen provecho. Go ahead and finish your meal.
Complicate! Enseñame tus manos!
Don't move!
No. Compas.
Got this! Go!
Adios.
The movie begins with an elite FBI team gearing up for a dangerous mission. They've been briefed on disturbing reports that a remote safe house in Chandler, Arizona is believed to be holding individuals who may be trapped or held against their will. Leading this complex operation is FBI agent Kate Merced.
Are you hit?
I'm good.
As they search the entire safe house, they find no sign of hostages. Just then, another agent, Reggie, spots something unusual. There is a small hole in one of the walls that seems out of place. Carefully, they begin to remove parts of the wall around the hole, uncovering a dark and horrifying secret hidden within. Several bodies wrapped in plastic, stacked inside the hidden space. The team quickly calls in the forensic experts to investigate the shocking discovery. After a careful search, they uncover a total of 42 bodies hidden within the walls. As they continue to investigate, two officers come across a padlocked hatch. The mission has taken a dangerous turn, and the team realizes that they are dealing with an operation far deadlier than they had imagined. Kate and Reggie sit in the FBI office, attending a serious meeting focused on capturing Manuel Diaz as soon as possible. The CIA team, led by Matt Graver, is also present, sharing information and planning their strategy. Recognizing the skills and bravery of Kate, the team invites her to join the mission. Driven by the desire to avenge her fallen colleagues, Kate agrees without hesitation.
How familiar are you with Manuel Diaz's operation?
He has other legitimate businesses, but he's rumored to be linked with one of the Mexican cartels.
His brother's name is Guillermo. Do you know anything about his cousin?
I didn't know he had one of those either. None of that is in his file.
His cousin is Fausto Alarcón.
Are you married?
Am I married?
Or do you have a husband?
Divorced?
This is Matt Graver. He'll be leading the team.
You'll be part of the team.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Guillermo.
Diaz's brother.
That's the one.
What's our objective?
To dramatically overreact. You want to be a part of this?
Do we get an opportunity of the men responsible for today?
The men who are really responsible for today. Yeah.
I'll volunteer.
In Nogales, Mexico, a man named Silvio is shown lying on his bed, resting after what seems like a long night. His young son comes into the room, eager and excited, reminding him that they need to head out soon for the soccer match. Silvio, hearing his son, slowly gets up and joins him at the table for breakfast, sharing a quiet family moment. After finishing his meal, Silvio changes into his police uniform, preparing himself for the day ahead. Reggie drives Kate to the airbase, where she is scheduled to join Matt Graver and his team on their mission. She steps out, saying goodbye to Reggie, and heads toward the plane, her mind racing with anticipation and a hint of anxiety. Kate has only been told that this mission is of high importance, with significant risks involved. Yet she has been given very few details about the plan or their destination.
Kate Merced.
Never been to Juarez before?
We're going to El Paso, right?
Yeah, okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So, the cartels in Mexico are your specialty?
Yeah.
After the plane lands at their destination, Kate and Matt arrive at a military base. There, an officer is giving a briefing to a large group of soldiers. They listen carefully as he talks about the mission ahead. Kate, however, feels lost. She has no idea what the mission is or what is going on, and it only makes her feel more confused. Wanting to understand more, Kate decides to talk to Alejandro. When she asks him about the mission, he tells her something that surprises her. He used to be a prosecutor in Colombia, working with dangerous criminals. Alejandro tells Kate that at first, she will not understand what is going on, but as time goes on, she will start to learn everything. Kate listens carefully, but his words only add to her confusion.
Yeah, try this on. See if it fits.
Is he CIA?
If he says do something, just do it.
I'm not authorized to follow orders from Alejandro.
Kate, you volunteered to get on this train because you know you're doing nothing in Phoenix. Do you want to find the guys responsible, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes!
The team heads out from the army base, traveling towards Mexico. As they drive, Kate notices a horrifying sight. Several dead bodies of people are hanging from poles, their bodies stripped of clothes. The gruesome scene sends a chill down her spine. One of the team members notices Kate's shocked expression and explains what she is seeing. He tells her that the people hanging there were drug dealers. This brutal display is meant to serve as a warning. It is their version of justice, violent and unforgiving, showing the ruthless control they hold over the area. They are heading to capture Guillermo, the brother of Manuel Diaz, who has been running the drug operations in the region. He is quickly handcuffed and placed into one of the cars without incident. The ease of the arrest catches Kate off guard. The team drives away from the scene, confident that they will be able to get him back into the U.S. without any problems. But as they continue their journey, heading back toward the border, a sense of unease settles over the group. Everyone knows that the hardest part is still to come. The cartel will not take kindly to losing one of their leaders, and the team is fully aware that they are about to face a dangerous challenge.
Get your service weapon out. Red Impala, 2 lanes over on my 10.
Copy that. Red Impala, 2 lanes left.
Bring your window down. Gun.
Gun left.
Wait.
Get out of the car.
Kumite! It's in never juice models. Kumite!
No. Compas.
Go! Clear!
After crossing the border, Kate is visibly upset, and she cannot hold her frustration in. She turns to Matt, her voice filled with anger and confusion. She demands to know how Matt can give the order to shoot in Mexico. She tells him that the mission is heading in the wrong direction, that they are using illegal methods, and that she no longer understands what is happening. Moments later, Matt is investigating Guillermo, but he refuses to say anything. Frustrated, Matt calls Alejandro for help. When Guillermo sees Alejandro, he immediately becomes nervous. Alejandro approaches him with a cold, calculating demeanor and begins to apply pressure. His methods are harsh, but they get results.
Ahorita vas a ver lo que es conocer a Dios en tierra yankee.
No ambos inglés, remember?
Under the intense pressure, Guillermo finally breaks and reveals that there is a secret tunnel used for smuggling drugs between the U.S. and Mexico. One of the officers takes Kate to the rooftop, where he points out the chaos unfolding in Mexico. She sees the unrest that has erupted after the arrest of Guillermo. Later, Kate enters a facility where a large group of illegal immigrants from Mexico are being held. The place is overcrowded, and the atmosphere is heavy with fear and uncertainty. The team has no idea where the secret tunnel is located, so they have brought the immigrants in for questioning. They hope that someone, perhaps one of them, will know something about the hidden tunnel used for smuggling drugs between the U.S. and Mexico. Reggie, feeling frustrated and confused, steps forward and asks Matt what is happening. He says they need to know the important objectives of the mission, and if Matt does not tell them everything, then both he and Kate will leave.
What are we looking for?
Just keep watching. Talk to me. What do we do?
I don't have any answers for you.
Well, let's get some.
Do you think I haven't asked these questions?
I want to know the objective of our walk, period.
I didn't go. I didn't ask you to be here. She did.
I walked too.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
Guillermo told us about a tunnel east of Nogales.
I just told you.
Guillermo didn't have any other options, and now he gets to spend the next 30 years in an American prison.
His name is Fausto Alarcón, El Verdugo. To find him would be like discovering a vaccine.
Just don't keep us in the dark.
What? You're afraid of the dark?
We'll see you tomorrow.
The immigrant, though unsure of the exact location, provides a rough estimate. With this information, the team decides to raid the place and destroy the drug business of Manuel Diaz once and for all. They also know that the boss of Manuel Diaz, Fausto Alarcon, is still in Mexico. Understanding that capturing both of them will be crucial, the team makes a plan to track and follow Alarcon. Matt sits with his team, closely monitoring the bank. They are searching for a woman who is known to deposit black money on behalf of the Mexican drug mafia. After a tense watch, they finally spot her, and as soon as she attempts to make another deposit, they arrest her. They confiscate all the money from her bag, hoping it will lead them closer to Manuel Diaz and his operations.
Pack it up.
No, don't go in the bank.
This is something we can actually build a case on.
Don't go in the bank, Kate.
These are all Manuel Diaz's accounts.
Yeah. Cash deposits made daily in $9,000 increments. It's never reported to anyone. IRS, DEA. This money is invisible.
They just seized $17 million. We need to do something now.
Can't arrest him.
Feeling the weight of the situation, informs her superior about the large sums of money being deposited on a daily basis into the accounts of Manuel Diaz. She insists that they can make a legal arrest based on this information. However, her superior calmly explains that just depositing money, even large amounts, is not illegal on its own. Without solid proof linking the money to illicit activities, they do not have enough to make an arrest. Reggie suggests they stop at a nearby bar to unwind and relieve some of the stress. At the bar, Kate tries to relax and unwind, even joining Ted for a dance. The music is loud, and for a brief moment, Kate allows herself to let go of the stress from the mission.
Hey, man. What's going on, man? Long time, man. How you been?
Good to see you, man.
D, Kate, my partner. How you doing?
Just Ted. I'm gonna head back to that bar now. Can I get you all another round?
Yeah, sure.
What's Dougie's first name, Ted? Just first inside out, man.
She dances with Ted, enjoying the distraction, but something still feels off. As the night goes on, Kate notices something unusual. While they are talking, her eyes catch a glimpse of a pink-blue band on Ted's wrist. Her heart races as she realizes the connection that the Punisher, Ted might be more than just a guy at the bar, and he could be part of the cartel.
What?
This is you hear me? You did this.
You used me as bait.
I told you not to go in the bank. Come on. This is good news. How many other corrupt are you working with on this side of the border?
It's exactly what I told you, all right? They just...
Okay! I'm the one who decides whether your daughter get federal protection. This is where you negotiate how to survive, my friend.
I feel like this whole thing's just gotten away from me. I just want... I'm sorry if... Get it out! Get it the fuck out, all right? Get it out!
How many officers do you have working on the force?
Give me all the names. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Alejandro, in return, tells her that every time he sees her, he is reminded of someone, though he does not reveal who it is, leaving it for later in the story. Kate and Reggie meet Matt, where a large group of soldiers is present. They are gathered around, focusing on a satellite image that shows the location of Manuel Diaz and the secret tunnel. The team is using the satellite to keep a close watch on him, trying to track his movements and figure out the best way to approach the situation. Matt explains his plan to infiltrate the tunnel secretly. Kate, however, feels confused and unsettled. She does not understand why the team is so focused on the tunnel rather than arresting Manuel Diaz directly. She questions the priority, wondering why they are so intent on taking down the tunnel when Manuel Diaz himself is the bigger target. Elsewhere, Silvio is seen receiving several packets in a police car, a situation that adds to the growing evidence of his involvement in the operations of Cartel. Later that night, Matt and his team enter the secret tunnel, with Alejandro and the Delta Force team leading the way. They encounter a large group of goons, resulting in a fierce fight. Gunfire and chaos fill the air as they try to push through. Kate and Reggie, feeling the tension and nervousness, stay at a distance, keeping an eye on the situation. Kate notices something unusual. Alejandro, who had been part of their group, suddenly moves off to a different side of the tunnel, and Kate, unsure of what Alejandro is doing, decides to follow him.
Manos arriba.
Freeze!
Catch your breath. Get back up there.
Kate is alive because she was wearing a bulletproof vest. Reggie, unable to find her, asks Matt where she is. Just then, Kate emerges from the tunnel, injured and furious. She wants to know what Medellin is and why everything has turned so wrong. Matt, clearly tense, finally tells her the truth. He explains that Alejandro is not an FBI agent, as Kate had believed. Instead, Alejandro is a Colombian assassin who was hired to kill Manuel Diaz and his boss, Fausto Alarcón. Matt reveals that the mission from the beginning was not about law enforcement, but about carrying out a revenge-driven plan. Alejandro, driven by his own personal reasons, had been brought in to eliminate the two drug lords. Alejandro had been a prosecutor for Medellin before the cartel came to power. Matt then shares the personal reason behind Alejandro's involvement. When the cartel rose to power, they killed the wife and daughter of Alejandro by dipping them in acid. Alejandro has taken this mission personally because he is driven by revenge for the brutal deaths of his family. Kate, deeply shocked and angry by these revelations, tells Matt that she plans to expose their illegal activities to the world. She feels betrayed and realizes that she has been unknowingly complicit in a mission that goes against everything she believes in.
They cut off his wife's head and threw his daughter into a vat of acid. That's what we're dealing with.
Dile que levante la chamarra y que dé la vuelta.
Levante tu chamarra, date vuelta.
Sale del carro, Silvio.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Quién soy? Yo soy un jefe.
Acuéstate. Eres el Manuel Díaz.
Manuel, comprobado. Señor Díaz.
Buen provecho.
Quédense quietos.
Every night you have families killed. Tonight should be no different.
Come on. Come on. Do you think the people that sent you here are any different? Your wife, you think she'd be proud of what you've become?
Don't forget about my daughter.
No fue personal.
Para mí sí.
No in front of my boys.
Ahora vas a conocer a Dios. Go ahead and finish your meal.
Finally, he kills Fausto, completing the brutal mission of revenge he has been planning for so long. After completing his mission, Alejandro goes to the apartment of Kate. He asks her to sign a document stating that everything in the mission was conducted according to the rules and regulations. However, Kate refuses to sign. In response, Alejandro points a gun at her, making it clear that she has no choice. Overcome with emotion, Kate begins to cry and reluctantly signs the paper. Before leaving, Alejandro tells her that she should move to a small town. He also adds that she reminds him of his dead daughter, softening his harsh demeanor for a brief moment. As Alejandro is about to leave, Kate points her gun at him. Alejandro stands still, waiting for her to pull the trigger, knowing the choice is hers. But instead, Kate slowly lowers her gun and lets him go. After some time, Silvio's son can be seen looking at his father's bed as he is not there anymore, unaware to what even happened to his father. His mother takes him to a football match, and as they watch them play, a shooting in the distance can be heard, meaning the gangs are now causing even more chaos as they are fighting to take over the territory. Moving forward at the Mexico border in Texas, when they shine a spotlight down, they see a large group of people running in the darkness. It quickly becomes clear that these people are trying to cross the border illegally, hoping to slip into the United States unnoticed. As soon as the police cars arrive, they surround the area, blocking any possible escape routes for the crowd. But one man decides to make a run for it.
Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar.
What do you got? Railroads.
In Kansas City, a busy day at a large department store turns into a nightmare. Suddenly, a group of terrorists enters the store carrying explosives and use it to blow up the entire store. The explosion is massive, shaking the entire building and leaving destruction in its wake. Many innocent civilians lose their lives, while others are left injured. Following this tragic attack, the news quickly spreads across the country, causing widespread alarm. The U.S. president, visibly troubled, addresses the nation in a press conference. The terrorists are not only operating within the United States, but are being transported from Mexico across the border. In the cover of night, a U.S. Special Forces team approaches a base in Somalia, where they believe key operatives in a smuggling ring are hiding.
Bravo 6, going dark.
They capture their main target, Bashir, who is suspected of arranging smuggling routes for terrorists into the United States. Bashir glances at the water jugs, then back at Matt, remarking with a smirk that Americans need new tricks.
You're going to answer every question I ask you. Because if you don't, I'm going to call in an airstrike on your house.
Those men are Yemeni. Your fight is with ISIS, not me.
And Yemen? Just across the Gulf. What a coincidence. How'd they get to Mexico? Because they sure as hell didn't fly. So here's my only question, Bashir. Who paid you to let the ship through? Is that your brother? Because I don't want to kill the pool guy.
This is a bluff. You American.
You're green.
Roger that.
You have a big family, Bashir. I could do this all day. I'll get the brother you can't live without.
Near the Mexico border, a young boy named Miguel sits with his friend Hector, who works as an informant for a local drug cartel. Hector speaks to Miguel in a low, persuasive tone, telling him that if he joins the cartel, he can start making money just like the cash he shows him. He suggests that with this easy money, Miguel could buy things and change life for himself and his family. Without much hesitation, Miguel nods, agreeing to join the cartel. In Washington, D.C., Matt sits in a meeting with CIA Director Cynthia, who introduces him to the Secretary of Defense, James Ridley. They gather to discuss the objectives of a new mission, aiming to weaken the cartels by setting the Matamoros cartel against their rival, the organization led by Carlos Reyes. The plan is to create internal conflict between the two, hoping they will eliminate each other. Cynthia and James propose a bold tactic, kidnapping the daughter of Carlos Reyes, whose name is Isabel. When Matt hears this, he sets a condition, explaining that his methods are unconventional and may not align with typical protocols.
Yeah, if you want to start a war, kidnap a prince. King will start it for you.
You think those tactics will work here?
If you wanted to, sir.
And I don't need to remind you what happens if they figure out that it's us.
I'm gonna have to get dirty.
Dirty is exactly why you're here.
What do you need? Drones with attack capability. You have Black Hawk team, 2 snipers. I need a demolition team.
Are you going to Ukraine?
Mexico.
Treasury cutting the checks?
Out of a company in Brazil called Rio Verde.
I want 150 over cost and immunity.
Done.
Matt then moves to meet Alejandro in Colombia, who is living there in peace. Matt asks him to fight against the cartels and help him. Alejandro agrees, as he hates cartels, who are the reason of death of his family. He takes the mission personally. Alejandro arrives in Mexico City with his team and quickly starts their plan. They stop a car, and one of the men in the car gets scared and tries to run away.
Adios.
The man he killed was a very important lawyer for the Matamoros cartel. Alejandro's action sends a strong message. This causes trouble and makes the two cartels fight, just as Matt and Alejandro planned. And now he and his team are focused on their next objective, kidnapping Isabel, the daughter of Carlos Reyes. After school, her bodyguard Carson arrives to take her home. Isabel sits in the back seat using an iPad, while Carson in the front keeps a close watch on the road. Carson sees an SUV following them. The road gets steeper, and Carson tells the driver to speed up because the SUV is still behind them. He instructs the bodyguard to tell Carlos Reyes that attacking the Matamoros cartel could have dangerous consequences. His goal is clear: ignite a fierce rivalry between the Matamoros cartel and the organization of Carlos Reyes, pushing them into direct conflict. So far, his plan is working perfectly, and tensions between the two cartels begin to escalate. Matt successfully carries out the fake rescue operation, bringing Isabel to a safe location. He then plans to return her to Mexico, ensuring that the operation will further fuel the conflict between the Matamoros cartel and their enemies. As they cross the border back into Mexico, everything seems to be going smoothly until they encounter an unexpected twist. Just as they approach the checkpoint, Mexican police, who were supposed to be unaware of the operation, suddenly turn on them. Without warning, the police open fire on Matt and his team, forcing them to react quickly.
Put him down, guys. Easy, easy. Pide ayuda, por favor. Denos ayuda.
I'm good at contemplate.
Alejandro, driven by a personal sense of responsibility, is unwilling to give up on finding Isabel. He takes it upon himself to track her down, knowing that she could be in grave danger now that the operation has spiraled out of control. Alejandro sets off on his own to search for Isabel, determined to find her and bring her back safely. He knows that the stakes are high, and if the cartel gets their hands on her, her life could be in danger.
Eric, we need a lane clear at the border. Anybody gets in our way, we drive right through them.
Matt arrives back in the U.S., where Cynthia meets him with urgent news. She informs him that the Mexican government is now aware of their mission and that they must stop immediately to avoid further complications. Given the new intelligence and the delicate international relations with Mexico, Cynthia emphasizes that the operation must be shut down. She insists that continuing it would risk further destabilization, not just for Mexico, but also for the U.S. government.
Your objective was to start a war with Mexican cartels, not with the Mexican government.
However, Matt, deeply invested in the mission and the larger plan he has set in motion, refuses to back down. As they continue their escape, Alejandro and Isabel come across a deaf man named Angel. Alejandro, using sign language to communicate, tells Angel that they are in desperate need of food and water. He reveals that he had learned sign language from his daughter, who is no longer alive. Later that night, Isabel begins to piece together the truth. She recalls something about Alejandro, and suddenly it hits her. Alejandro is the same lawyer whose family was brutally murdered by the orders of her father, carried out by Fausto Alarcón. Meanwhile, Matt, who is increasingly focused on the success of the mission, calls Alejandro with a chilling order. He tells Alejandro to kill Isabel, as she is now a witness to the deaths of the Mexican soldiers at the hands of the U.S. forces.
Help me get her across.
I can't help you do that.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I'll figure it out.
Good luck.
Deep down, he sees Isabel not only as a tool in his mission for revenge, but also as an innocent caught up in a cycle of violence that she did not choose. Instead of killing her, Alejandro takes a different approach. He fits a small, discreet transmitter in Isabel's shoe. The device will allow him to track her location if she ever runs or gets separated from him. He decides to guide her across the border, ensuring that she will be safe from the deadly pursuit. To protect her identity and avoid detection, changing her appearance to help her blend in with the crowds. They board a bus filled with Mexican migrants making their way to the border. Isabel is surprised by how many people are being loaded into vehicles, all going to different parts of the border. Alejandro explains that this happens every day, with people desperate for a better life.
Signal was activated at 1939 heading northeast of Reynosa.
I'm sending another team to finish this.
No, I'll do it. Because if I don't, he'll probably come and kill you.
Hector, a cartel member, walks toward them. Alejandro tells Isabel not to look directly at him, answer only with yes or no, and speak quietly. Alejandro insists they go together. Hector gets suspicious, but Alejandro pulls out a lot of money and hands it to him, offering even more for the trouble. Hector counts the $15,000. As they sit among the other passengers, Alejandro and Isabel are hoping to blend in and make it to safety without being recognized. However, fate has other plans. A young boy on the bus recognizes Alejandro and quickly informs his leader, a ruthless gang leader who sees an opportunity for profit in the capture of Isabel. He believes that her father, Carlos Reyes, will pay a huge ransom for her release, making her worth far more alive than dead. The gang leader orders the boy to kill Alejandro, believing that eliminating him will make their escape much easier. Miguel, now fully involved with the cartel and its deadly operations, is given the task to kill Alejandro.
Chiquito. No, él puede. Macho.
Glad we didn't have to do that. What about the girl? Matt.
Matt and Steve, who have been observing the entire situation from a distance, are preparing to take action. They witness the gangsters congratulating Miguel for successfully completing his task of killing Alejandro. But Miguel, seemingly troubled by the violence and the path he is on, refuses to stay with them. Meanwhile, Matt and Steve seize the opportunity. They launch an attack on the gangsters, swiftly killing them all before they can react.
What are you doing? Matt!
Go into witness protection.
Alejandro is still alive, though heavily injured. He manages to free himself and reaches the van where the cartel had left their weapons. While driving, two gang members spot him and open fire. One year later, Miguel is working in a food court at a shopping mall. While on duty, he unexpectedly encounters Alejandro. Alejandro decides to take Miguel under his wing and train him in the ways of a sicario, teaching him the skills he learned from his own dark past.
So you want to be a sicario? Let's talk about your future.
I really hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and if you did, then please subscribe, like, and share it for more awesome videos like this. And as always, thank you for watching.